But right now, oh my goodness, this is going to be the
Muffins.
third drop change coming out from Refresh right now. So Thermal Station to Countdown now to here in Skyhook, and Muffins got punished off of that.
It looks like all three of them landed on top of Muffins to punch him out, and I don't think Muffins was expecting that at all because he's had Skyhook. They've had that side of Skyhook this whole game, and he hasn't. And here we are with Rice Krispie Treats, looking like they're about to commit to a fight and a 50-50.
Well, it's Charlotte that didn't fight themselves, actually. Here comes out the scan.
Yeah.
No hostiles detected there, but there is definitely someone in the area. It is just about finding out where they went, and looks like they might have gotten away there. And so they're just going to go ahead and continue their looting. I mean, they do have the replicators to work off of if they want to, but no, they're going to start moving on out. It's 2 minutes before the zone starts closing. Razor have the opportunity to try and pick up this banner, but it's Hakulo there on the low ground on that Wraith. Try and pick it up. Zeratricky took a lot of damage. It's double purples for Hakulo and Zeratricky if they want to try and fight this, but they were able to recover Muffins' beacon. Banner, so they can back up off of this. It'll be a little bit scary. We'll see how hard they commit, but it looks like the other squad actually wants a full commit onto them. We should go ahead and swap back on over. Hakulo gets the knock onto Chemist, and they have taken some damage throughout all of that. There's an arc star ticking away, but good thermite in from Zeratricky. He lands a second one throughout all of that. They actually have the opportunity here now, turning the tables onto them. Zeratricky was considering going to the high ground here. Hits for the massive onto the knocked player, but again, it's going to be taking the bottom and the top. Zeratricky gets the knock onto Seiko, and he is going to punish them for what they did to Muffins. You do not do that to Muffins and get away with it, as Pop-Tarts find themselves in a fight now, making their rotate up. Remember, they were over there by Geyser now, fighting up against the Overlook squad.
And I believe Team Pop-Tarts has been fighting this team off rotate almost every game now. They do. I remember fighting them in no name, and maybe they see them as an easy 3 points, or because they're not playing the early rotate that they normally play right now. Oh, and we have Team Rockstar going at it. It's a 3v2, doing huge damage. 3v1. That should be a clean wipe for Team Rockstar. Good bubble down by Peach.
I wonder if this is a third party coming in. I think it is, because just before we swapped over here, Peach had gotten a kill onto one as well. 2 assists on the board for Matt Pickett as Tech gets that finisher on Bambino, and so he'll be able to refresh the armor that way and heals up with the med kit. Bam, taking on double O negative as well. So again, today has just been high flying action every single game, every single ring. Rockstar winning out on this one will be able to craft up and will be able to get their their economy going.
That did. We have RCO going down. Oh, this is a rough spot to be in. There's 2 people on top of the tower. The banner being stuck on top of the tower. I don't think they're going to be able to get that recovery with 2 people sitting up there with caustic gas. This is a really rough spot for Nando to be in.
Yeah, we have to remember that I believe Pop-Tarts are in the area as well. There we go. Impulse getting a knock and finishing off Dank at the very least. So, yeah, looking like an impossible situation, even getting worse there. As Holiday does go for the peak to a player to his north, and yeah, that caustic gas is just going to continue to tick away. Pop-Tarts looking on, waiting for some trades, I believe. And they do get the team fire onto Holiday. Stomps, gets that knock onto him. And now Pop-Tarts are poised to just push up, advance, and take away this position. As a surprising amount of teams actually fighting over here at Overlook. And now, as he pushes up, they've got the port covering that door. They have to back away. He takes that port back. And so this is going to allow Lucas to secure the kills onto them. Stomps was on the other side of that portal. That's going to be 2 more kill points going over towards Pop-Tarts. Impulse does have to be careful. He took some damage there, and he will go down. It's Charlotte right on top of them. Pride gets that kill onto him as well. Charlotte, Phoenix, finding a nice timing push on them.
Charlotte's been phenomenal with their timing on these fights. They're coming in at really great times for these third parties. I'm wondering how they do it. And it looks like Team Applejacks is maybe committing to a fight, or maybe not. Looks like the team backed off of them. Oh, nope. It
Full
looks like they're
three.
about to commit.
Wonder if it's gonna be
And
Cheez It quite possibly underneath them. No, it's not. This is they are starting to make their way on up. The defensive bombardment has gone down for this squad as well, but it's the full commit into the building already coming out from Rollers and company. Duplex is taking a lot of damage and gonna need some help very shortly now. Getting peeked over at the stairs. Rollers backs away, pulls out that Eva 8, and he goes down to Fury. And there it is already. Applejacks. They had a team fight win early on, and now they are up against it here. His Watson did go down throughout all of that. His Duplex is playing around the bubble quite well for now, but he has to go for that repeat. Chasing after that Gibraltar. He will fall. So Team Pringles pick that one up, and his Watson will get res. We did get to see also throughout all of that, the circle is pulling down once again here to the south. It's going to be more, I imagine it's going to be the choke just to the northwest of this building.
Yep. And Rolders was playing a little too aggressive in that building. He was trying to get some entry damage, and he put himself in a 2v1. And we have Team Pop-Tarts. We have Team Pop-Tarts in the zone.
We have about
Looks like
4 teams actually still in this general area right now. And so, yeah, Pop-Tarts are just running around over at Overlook, but I'm fairly certain there's still another squad around. We've got teams in Frag East as well. So when we talk about fighting on the edge, yeah, this is all it's doing. Team Cheez It coming in. There we go. Third party onto this squad as they get the knock onto his
melee.
Watson again. First one to fall in the team fight. He's barely able to get that black hole off, but he will get thirsted this time around. Takanishu picks that one up, and they continue to put on the pressure. We'll finish off Team Pringles here. Team Cheez It really been turning up the tempo up against our lobbies now again in a fight, as they've already lost out on one. Awkward Turtle down, but the defensive bombardment is doing massive damage. Goofy Gamer could actually come in to clean this one up, as Vanek will fall as he tried to go for the thirst there. Now it's going to be Nacho to try and clean this one up, but a third party has come in. Atlantis is here. Stripes with Sean and Disrupt. The timing not quite on point to try and punish this. Here we go. Disrupt pushing up now. He will have the Spitfire R9 as the bubble has been thrown down. We'll chase after him here, but having a little bit of trouble with that bubble. Gets actually tagged massively. Flinzar picks that one up. Sean does finally trade away as Stripes pushes in with that Octane jump pad. Now he does have the angle on one.
Octane.
And it looks like every team is just disengaging off of this Atlantis. The ultimate winners in the third party.
Yep, and there's 11 squads left, round 2. A lot of edge fights going on. I did see Team Pop-Tarts. One of their teammates were in Refinery, and the other teammate was in Geyser. It looks like they were running away from each other, like trying to get away from Charlotte Phoenix. But, oh, here's Charlotte Phoenix putting on massive pressure onto this Octane team. Team Atlantis.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see if that Octane pad's going to help. Oh, Mercy with a huge entry knock. And Charlotte Phoenix is going to capitalize off that knock and wipe this team.
Yeah, Bronzy just hit almost everything with that Havoc. Yeah. Sean gets sent flying throughout all of that. And there we go. He should be able to finish this one off. Here comes the scan once again. Trying to figure out where that knocked Octane is. They will be able to secure that throughout all of that. Flashpoint have gone down as well. It's going to be Team Rockstar picking that one up. Now they did lose tech throughout all of that. And so they need to buy time to recover. Matt Pickett is there to cover the door. And so changing things up, going for the Bloodhound for Team Rockstar. They had the Caustic beforehand, but I think this, this is something that Matt Pickett's a bit more comfortable on, being on that Bloodhound.
Oh yeah, and it's great to see him on Bloodhound. He is a very good Bloodhound player. I'm not sure if he prefers to play Caustic or Bloodhound, but I do feel like he's more comfortable on Bloodhound. And it is looking like another thermal zone as well. Oh, tech.
You gotta hit him with it. 9 squads remaining, by the way. 22 players here as round 2 finishes up closing. So one of the fastest games that we've had so far. And Team Rockstar are okay with just holding the bottom of this tower for now. There's still, this can still, of course, pull away to what we saw in game number 1, going over to the western sides of the platform, maybe even to the boxes, to the blue crates, to the southwest of their position there as well. Team Razor haven't gotten into as many fights. It was just that first fight off the rip, and they do survive that one here. But again, coming to the edge is what they've been doing now. They've got a team scanned up inside Harvester, and it looks like they were getting pushed, and the timing on this push from this squad was just so unfortunate. Hakulo had the crossfire set up, and now they are stuck in the ravine as Team Razor turn up the tempo, are right on top of them, quite literally. Air burst nade out on top as well, but it barely does any damage. Defensive bombardment has been used as this team is using everything to try and survive. They're actually just going to do more damage to themselves with that one as a port comes out from that squad. As the Gibraltar tries again, it's going to be Charlotte Phoenix there. Bronzy to go down, and Team Razor have no fear whatsoever. Are going to take, what is it, our number 2 squad in the lobby right now to task, taking out Bronzy. We'll see how much more they can get as Muffins with that R301 tries to finish him off, but will not be able to get it. Mercy falls, and now Charlotte Phoenix are down to a solo.
Team Razor is looking scary this tournament. Every team they've saw as it's turning, they've completely mowed them down. A lot of the times that we see Team Razor dying is to a third party or to a rotation. So I feel like once they get that rotation down, and their team fighting is phenomenal. Once they get that rotation down and able to capitalize on those kill points that they do have, and adding that on with placement, they'll be looking extremely solid. And Pride going down the, yep, and that was the one who got away from Charlotte Phoenix. And
now
the zone does look like it's yep, it looks like it's shifting up towards the choke, and this will be interesting to see.
Yeah, and so you can see Rice Krispie Treats now making the swap on over to hold this position. If they can try to get that choke, that would be immensely strong, but it looks like, of course, they don't have the priority on it anymore. They're just going to bide their time inside the building once again over here. And surprisingly enough, where is Team Intel throughout all of this as well? We know they dropped Thermal. Where did they decide to hold their position for this circle? I'd love to know that. But with 8 squads left, 18 players left, we know Pride got finished off. A lot of teams are damaged right now. 6 players are currently missing. Team Intel decided to play all the way back in Dorito, as we have Team Cheez-It, who are playing the choke over by Tree. They do have a squad caught out by themselves. It's a duo on different sides of the mountain, essentially there. So basically just 2 solos running around for now. He's going to try and balloon away. Who gets it? It's going to be Rakadishu off of that one.
And we can see Team Pop-Tarts only has 1 left alive too. There's a lot of solos left alive. As this is putting Team Cheez-It's a top team in a really good spot with kill points and positioning and placement. So this is looking really good for Team Cheez-Its.
Yeah, and like we said, even though Team Pop-Tarts got those 2 wins, if you put up a goose egg or if you put in like a single-digit score, sometimes it does end up punishing you a lot. Team Cheez-It definitely now have the opportunity to try and catch up. Charlotte Phoenix, I believe, we're also close as well, but they are knocked out now, and so there's a lot of room for movement currently here on the leaderboard right now. Team Cheez-It looks like starting to make their rotation on over towards that train platform to the east, as Rice Krispie Treats still holding this position. The bubble has been used, so some damage might have gone down. Casper, unfortunate for him, 9 damage away as he was popping that bat, and so doesn't get full value off of it yet. Is having a little bit of trouble securing that, as Pop-Tarts does get finished off. Prodigy Aces was able to find him. So Team Cheez-It taking their destiny into their own hands right now, as that bubble comes out a little bit late, and Casper knows it. He tries to push in. The cover is there from that Bloodhound. Let's see exactly how many they can trade away for, as they've lost out on 2. Stunny was able to get Zero Trickery throughout all of that. There it is. Stunny clutches up, takes out Team Razor. Now we have hit the top 5. The port instantly for Stunny to get his teammates into safety throughout all of this as well.
Yep, and Sunny's getting the res with 2 being down on Rice Krispie Treats. And there's 4 squads left.
Yeah, throughout this, I believe Team Cheez-It found 1 more solo, taking them out, and now we are down to our top 4 squads, and they are all full and healthy here. Bird still has to heal up, throughout all of this, but you know, we're getting closer and closer to the end game.
Yep. And we see Rice Krispie Treats is, oh, we're on Team Cheez It now, posted up at one of the best spots. Zone will be pulling towards them.
Yeah, they'll have slow side for this circle, and really Team Rice Krispie Treats are the only one that can really challenge them. It's about now. You saw the pings going down as most of this ring is over here on the low. So Team Intel actually right next to RKT. Thermite just narrowly missing Panders there, surprisingly enough. More nades are coming in. He has to be careful, trying his best to juke around, climbing up even. Does not get into the queue fast enough, but he will be able to survive. And he needs the full heal, though. Luckily, the push isn't going to be there as 6. He has that caustic to try and slow things down. He's got control of the building with it. And so Rice Krispie Treats will not be able to push in through that. Panders, the one to pulp the ultimate accelerant for themselves, surprisingly enough. And so maybe they're just trying to get out of here as quickly as possible, go down to the low ground and play inside Thermal Station proper. We'll find out. The Beast of the Hunt is going for Metro throughout all of this. He's trying to pop out those scans, buying time, keeping Team Rice Krispies at bay.
Yep, and Panders is trying to... I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, Panders doesn't have any more heals, it looks like. He's not healing up his armor, and they might just be completely out. Team Intel, we have to remember that they dropped at Thermal Station, and they took an early position. Didn't get into any fights. It doesn't look like they have any KP, so they didn't pick up any additional loot. And so this might just be it. Their gas might be running on empty at this point with 4 squads remaining. That is a very, very bad sign for them here. As Metro does go down, Casper was able to make that push, but throughout all that, Team Cheez It came in as well. So it was not an even trade as Team Cheez It are looking to mop this lobby up now. Prodigy Ace is pushing up, going onto the high ground here. Will be able to invade into the building, but it looks like they take Casper out. Rakadishu picking that one up, and they will bring it down to the top 2 situation. Team Cheez It versus, I don't even know who the final squad is for this zone.
Yep, and Team Cheez It is one of the top teams right now, and they're playing phenomenal. I believe they have easily over 10 kill. Actually, maybe not over 10 kill points, but they have the game-winning spot. The team has to... Oh, they are... Oh, maybe not. It looks like they're going to be taking a 3v3. They do have all 3 red Evos. They have an armor advantage on them.
Yeah, port early. 5 kills for Prodigy Aces, by the way, and he has 2 assists, so at least 7 kills for Team Cheez It right now. An early port just in case they might need it, and it's unfortunate they don't have a Gibraltar. I'll just go ahead and slide on down. Scan has come out. Rakanishu does not have his Beast of the Hunt. Tries to peek that angle, but now it looks like they have given up the high ground. Has this squad as Team Cheez It are pushing up. Joey Blackout taking a lot of damage, is basically out of the spike, popping that bat. Rakanishu is trying to hold his angle. Joey Blackout does go down. It's a 1-for-1 exchange as Team Rockstar here. We'll see Rakanishu. He's been coming up with some clutch plays, and he does. Peach goes down, and it's all up to Tech throughout all of this in a 2v1. There's the armor swap for Rakanishu, and it should be Team Cheez It. Prodigy Aces falls. Rakanishu, does he have enough left in him? Tech versus Rak as he goes for the peak. Who ends up on top? Rockstar take
Team
it.
Rockstar. Wow.